with Mark Viquesney from MATEC Networks. Mark is an instructional designer, technical writer, and faculty member. Good. Hi, Mark.
Hello. Good morning. How are you doing, Gordon?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Just a little bit tired, but day 3 of the conference, and that's expected.
It's a great conference. I know you put a lot of work into it, a lot of hours, and it's been fantastic so far.
It's been a lot of fun, and it's been great to see all the faculty getting together and learning about all the different things that are being offered.
Could you tell us a little bit about some of the sessions being offered here?
Well, we have Carl Kapp doing a session on gaming and how it applies to learners. We have Terry Bartelt doing learning objects as well as how to do technical recruitment for programs. He's got 10 tips that are very good, and we actually did a webinar about that on our library, and it's one of the more popular webinars that people have listened to.
Yeah, I know that one's been very popular. Now, there's a lot of sessions over the conference, over the the 3 days of the conference. So tell us a little bit more about some of the just general topics or general areas that are being offered here.
Well, Mike Viquesney and you actually did WebPoint 2.0, which you had only 30 people in the room that were supposed to be registered, but it looked like you had 60.
Yeah.
And obviously with that, it shows that these technologies are getting people excited. We've had, and I'm forgetting about some of the others because I am tired,
yeah.
but one of the presentations that I did was learning resources. And learning resources is using the network's digital library. As an NSF-funded grant, we are to have a digital library so faculty can come about and find resources that are either classroom ready so they can use them in their classrooms right away, or if little or no prep time, or also about teaching and pedagogy.
Now this is through MATEC Networks. This is available. This digital library is available through your website, right?
Correct. At www.matecnetworks.org.
matecnetworks.org. Now, could you give us an example? You say classroom ready content. What kind of stuff do you have there?
Well, some of the content we have are, well, we'll just use learning objects, for example. You have a student who's having trouble understanding a particular concept, maybe an AC/DC electricity. You go to our website, you search under AC/DC, and you pull up one of the learning objects. The student can then watch the learning object, interact with it, and some of the learning objects have quizzes so they can self-test themselves on that. We also have the work-ready electronics modules for a teacher who maybe their instructor or their chair told them, oh, by the way, we have an emergency, John's sick, you need to take over their classes. And he's teaching electronics this semester. You haven't taught electronics in maybe 5 years or 10 years, and there's been so many changes. Mm-hmm. We keep the up-to-date. So work-ready electronics, you go into networks, you type work-ready electronics, and you can find that, and it brings up modules and labs and quizzes on many of the electronic lessons that are out there.
That's great. Now you mentioned learning object teacher earlier, and watching a learning object. Are they videos? Or how would you describe a learning object?
Well, a learning object is a small presentation that is 1 to 5 lessons, lessons that you're trying to get to the students. Mm-hmm. And so it's very simple. It's usually held on the computer, and it is usually has animations, and you can interact with it. You can control what is going on, so you can experiment while watching and learning about it.
And you mentioned there may be little quizzes, sort of as you're working through the learning object. Do you use those kinds of things?
Yes, there's quizzes on there so that the people, the students, as they're going through, they can test what they have just learned from the learning object. So as they experience the learning object, and then as the self-assessment helps them figure, oh, I need to go back and either learn more about this again, or I'm doing it right, so I understand it.
Oh, that's great. Now, do you have to pay for these?
No. All the digital library is free. The only thing that you have to do is just log in and request an account. The requested account is just a name and an email address. So that way, since we are NSF funded, we can let the NSF know who is using these resources and how many people. If we just let you come in and get them, we wouldn't be able to know what was going on.
That's great. So this stuff is free. It's just a matter of creating a user, basically creating an account on your system, right?
Create an account, and it's very simple.
That's excellent. And how often do you refresh? Is there new content being added?
there's new content being added every month, every week. And the wonderful thing about the library is it's just not me going out and finding content. We have subject matter experts who review everything to make sure it's good and that it's appropriate. But we have faculty who create content, and they submit it to us, and they can host their resources on the library so everybody around the world can share it.
That's great. Now you mentioned webinars a little bit earlier. Could you tell us about those? I know those have been pretty successful, and you've got a new webinar schedule coming up, right?
Yes, we do have a new webinar schedule. Our webinars are held on the second and fourth Friday of every month, usually 10 Mountain Standard Time. And our webinar schedules, we're going to have, and I wish I had my sheet with me, but we'll have program building. So like technical program recruitment and gender equity recruitment, stuff like that. We will have technology, the difference of nanotechnology and how it's being used today, web technology. I'm hoping to get you and Mike back on for some more webinars. Communicating with today's generations, doing, I'm just now spacing out on the last section that we have, but we have over 9 major topics that we're going to be holding, and those webinars are free. They're easily able to get to on the computer, and the wonderful thing is we record them so that if you happen to miss it, then you can go catch it later. Or if you're there and you watch it and you caught something that was really good, you can come back and listen to it again, or give it to your chair and say, hey, look, we need to start doing this.
That's great. And those are accessed off the same website?
Off matecnetworks.org. Yes.
matecnetworks.org. And if I'm interested in a webinar, I would sign up, right? Is that what I would do?
Yes, we have a section called Professional Growth on our website, and from there, when you click Professional Growth, it'll have the webinars, and you can click the schedule and the sign-up sheet.
That's great. And if I do miss one, the stuff is available. Would I have to register on the site to pull off a webinar, to watch something that's been recorded, for example?
If you missed a webinar, all you have to do is just go into the library under the keyword search webinars, and it will pull up all the list of webinars. So if you have the title you want to find, then you can pull that up, put the title in, and it would come up.
That's great.
That'd be free.
That's great. That's great. And you're really building that, growing that content. So, well, thanks, Mark. Now, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you directly, how would they do that? Maybe they had a few questions, or maybe somebody out there is interested in doing a webinar. How would they get in touch with you?
If people are interested in doing a webinar, or they have resources they want to submit, or know how to use the Networks webinars or Networks library better, what they can do is they can just contact me. Just go to the website at About, and then my email address will be right there.
Great. And how about a phone number? The old-fashioned way of
the old-fashioned way. I'm going to have to look up my phone number, to be honest. Because
is there a main number for the center you could give us?
I would have to look that up, too. So
wow. You're a neo-millennial.
480-731-8326, and it'd be 8350 for the center.
Great. Thanks, Mark.
You're welcome, Gordon.